It's story time. The stories are real, the judgments are yours. You're invited to the 6th episode, The Oblivious Housekeeper. Ready to judge? Hit the subscribe button, drop your thoughts below, and enjoy. You don't notice the house at first. It's too perfect for that. The kind of place where everything looks expensive but untouched, like no one actually lives there. That's where Millie arrives, broke, desperate, and running out of chances. She doesn't ask questions when Nina Winchester offers her the job. Live-in housemaid. Good pay. Fresh start. Millie tells herself this is temporary. She tells herself that a lot. From the first day, something feels off. Nina is beautiful, unpredictable, and smiles in a way that never reaches her eyes. One moment she's charming, almost friendly. The next, she snaps over nothing. Dust that isn't there, towels folded the wrong way, a glass placed an inch off-center. But Millie needs this job. She suppressed every emotion in her little attic room and kept going every day. At first, everyone thinks Nina is the problem. She's unstable, explosive, unpredictable. One moment she's laughing. The next she's tearing the house apart over something small. When Millie arrives as the housemaid, Nina doesn't even try to hide it. She watches her too closely, corrects her too sharply, and snaps without warning. Millie tells herself it's stress. But Andrew is different. He's gentle, soft-spoken, always apologizing for Nina's behavior. When Nina explodes, Andrew steps in calmly, lowering his voice, asking Millie if she's okay. Sometimes he even thanks her for being patient. And slowly, almost without realizing it, Millie starts feeling sorry for him. Andrew begins opening up to Millie in quiet moments. He tells her Nina wasn't always like this. That she changed. That he feels trapped in his own house. He makes Millie feel chosen, like she's the only one who sees the real him. They started sleeping together behind Nina's back. Nina notices. And she doesn't like it. Her anger sharpens, laser-focused on Millie now. She accuses her of things she didn't do, claims she's trying to steal Andrew, tells her she's replaceable. The house becomes unbearable. Until one day, Andrew does something shocking. He kicks Nina out. Just like that, he tells Millie it's finally over. That they're free now, that the house can finally be peaceful. And in that silence, something dangerous grows between them. Andrew leans on Millie emotionally. He depends on her. And eventually turns into something more. Millie knows it's wrong, but it feels real. It feels like survival. But peace doesn't last. Because Andrew has rules. At first, they seem harmless. He calls them privileges. Touching certain things. Using certain rooms. Handling items that matter to him, specifically his mom's china. And when Millie breaks one by accident, when she drops and breaks a set of plates Andrew treasures, everything changes. Andrew doesn't yell. He smiles. He tells her privileges come with responsibility. And when responsibility is broken, there are consequences. That night, Andrew locks Millie in the attic. He tells her she needs to earn her way back. That obedience is love. That pain proves devotion. He forces her through a humiliating, cruel ritual meant to break her. Not physically graphic, but psychologically devastating. And when she doesn't do it perfectly, he makes her start over. That's when Millie finally understands. Nina wasn't crazy. Andrew was. The attic isn't new. It's been used before. A place for punishment. A place where Andrew decides who deserves comfort and who deserves suffering. When Andrew finally opens the door, he expects submission. Instead, Millie fights back. In the chaos, she injures him just enough to escape. She locks Andrew in the attic, the same place he used to control others, and runs. But Nina comes back. She thinks Millie is the one in danger. And when Nina opens the attic door, she doesn't find Millie. She finds Andrew. And in her shock and confusion, she lets him out. The truth explodes all at once. Accusations. Screaming. Realizations hitting too late. Andrew tries to regain control, turning them against each other like he always has. But this time, it doesn't work. When Andrew turns violent again, Millie has a chance to run. And instead, she goes back. She saves Nina. And Nina saves her right back. Together, they stop him. Andrew doesn't survive the final confrontation. Not because of rage, but because his control finally collapses. The system he built turns on him. The house is quiet again. Not because it's peaceful, but because the monster who ruled it is gone. Nina revealed the full truth. Her parents died in a house fire. Everyone thought she had something to do with it. Rumors spread fast. The kind that stick. The kind that turn grief into guilt. But Nina survived. And from that loss, she had one thing that kept her alive. Her daughter, Cece. Cece's father didn't stay. He left when things got hard. And years later, when Andrew entered Nina's life, he didn't save her like everyone thought. He studied her, learned her fears, learned how to twist grief into weakness. Andrew convinced the world Nina was unstable. He isolated her, corrected her, rewrote her memories. Anytime she questioned him, he told her she was imagining things, just like everyone said she always did. At the end, Millie leaves knowing she was manipulated, but not broken. Nina survives knowing she wasn't crazy, just trapped. And both women walk away changed. Because the real horror wasn't the house. It was the man who decided pain was a privilege and love was something you had to earn.